If you're thinking about homeschooling your child, but you aren't sure if you should pull them out mid-year, this video is for you. My name's Melissa. I'm a homeschooling coach, and I'm going to give you some tips for pulling your kids out of public school mid-year with as little hassle as possible. The first thing you need to know is that you absolutely can pull your child out of public school mid-year. It is absolutely legal, but you do have to remember that some states require notice within a certain amount of time after you disenroll your child. So just make sure you know your state's laws before you formally remove your child from public school. So the first thing you want to do before you officially give notice that you will be homeschooling is you want to talk to your child and make sure they know the plan, and then find out what kids they want to stay in touch with once they move to homeschool, and then get those parents' contact information. You'll want to do this before you officially withdraw from school because you want to have access to class lists with contact information. Now, if your class doesn't have a list with contact information for the parents, that's all right. You can just do it old school and send a note home or to school with your children that they can send home with their friends with your contact information and a little message that you'd like to get your kids together to play. Also, before you withdraw, you want to contact your child's teacher and get any assessments, grade reports, progress reports. And then it's also a really good time to ask your child's teacher if they've seen any areas of concern in your child's education, or if they have any recommendations for areas that you should focus on in your homeschool. You don't have to take their recommendations, but it's never a bad idea to get the perspective of the person who's been teaching your child. If your child's been receiving any extra services through the school, like speech or behavior therapies, make sure you figure out if you want to dual enroll them and keep getting those services through the school, or if you want to set up replacement therapies. You'll also want to return any school property like library books or textbooks before you officially withdraw. And you can always call the front office and get a list of those materials from the secretary. If you don't want to send your child to school one more day, but you don't want to unenroll them because you want time to get your ducks in a row and get things in order, that is absolutely all right. You can always call the school, tell them you'll be keeping your child home for a few days, excuse those absences, and then that will give you a few days to get everything organized, but you don't have to send your child back if you don't want to. I wouldn't do it more than 3 days. We don't want to be more of a burden on the school than we have to be, but that will give you time to get organized and get everything ready to go. And remember, you have time to get yourself organized. You don't have to rush right into formal academics. You can take some space, you can take some time, and don't forget to follow me if you want more information on homeschooling without the hassle.